guys. How's it going? This is going to be a general reading for both Earth sign Virgo and air sign Libra. So we're going to start with Virgo and then transition over into Libra after. I will be providing timestamps for both, for some people who just want Virgo or who just want Libra. I'm going to go ahead and just check the sound on this video before we get started to make sure the sound is good. Okay, so sound is good. All right. So again, this is general readings meant for Virgo and then later for Libra. All right. So it can cover anything like love, work, friends, family, health, money, etc. Everybody is welcome, regardless of where you have or may have Virgo and Libra in your chart. All right, and these are timeless readings. So for some people, they can resonate during the month of November 2023, but it could also be that they can resonate, 6 months in the past or even 6 months into the future. All right, or even further back in the past or further into the future. So whenever you see this video, it is meant for you. All right, so let's go ahead and do a quick sound bell here and then get started with the Virgo reading. And I do, say thanks to everyone out there who has been patient for this video to come out. I wanted to come out before today, but this is when it happened, so it is divine timing. All right, so if you are sensitive to sound, it will be loud for a few moments, but then after that, we should be good. So again, we're going to do a little sound bell here for Virgo. So it's a great time to take a couple of deep breaths if you feel guided, or just to check in with your body real quickly, check in with your guides. It's also a time for me to check in with my guides and make sure that I am delivering these messages as clearly as possible for you guys. All right, so this is going to be for Virgo. So Virgo, let's see what we have here for you for November. All right, so I'm just going to move the cards down a little bit. I just finished taking a photo. For some people, if you've been here before, you know, but if you're new, I like to take one photo of each of the readings, the different zodiac readings, and then I upload it later. For some people who want to see the cards all together or more up close in detail or any of that stuff. So after the live is done, I will be putting in the description box below on YouTube the instructions how to get to my Facebook. But if you're watching it on Facebook, you can just, or somewhere else, right? You can just type in Malessea's Magic Light and find my page. And then when you see this video posted after the live, the photos will be in the comments section under the photo. All right, so anyway, let's go ahead, Libra, and without further ado, get started on your reading. I want to call out your cards in order and talk about the potential time frames when some of these things may occur. Okay, so we were saying that the first card can be from around November 1st through the 7th. It's not set in stone, since it is a general guideline meant, general reading as a general guideline meant for multiple people. Okay, so I'll say these dates real quickly and then I'll say them again later. But we're saying that the first card can be from around November 1st through the 7th or so. And the second card can be from around November 8th through the 14th. Third card can be from around November 15th through the 21st. And the fourth card can be from around November 22nd through November 30th, or maybe even into the first couple of days of December. All right. And then we'll get into the other cards a little bit later where Spirit wants to go over those cards. All right, but let's go ahead and call out your cards here, Virgo. So we have the King of Staves in the reverse position, also known as King of Wands reversed. We have the Princess of Cups in the right side up position. We have the Two of Sacred Circles, also known as Two of Pentacles, right side up. And we have the Moon card in the right side up position. Again, we'll talk about the other cards a little bit later. But yeah, let's see here, Virgo. So you have two major arcanas throughout your reading. Okay, so it's not necessarily a good or bad thing, just always like to mention it. So you've got the official card for Pisces, the Moon over here, in the future, current, present energies. And in the past, you also have the Death card, the official card for Scorpio. So for some of you guys, Virgo, you could be dealing with a Scorpio or dealing with a Pisces. Sun sign, right? Or you could have a lot of that heavily in your chart, or someone else does that you're dealing with, or it could even be referencing Pisces season or Scorpio season of this year, of last year, or even next year, right? Or it means nothing at all as far as the zodiac frequencies, but I just wanted to call them out ahead of time. All right, so now here, Virgo, let's see what your majority of your minor arcana is to get even more insight and like see what the underlying theme to your reading here may be about. Okay, so we're gonna see here, we've got two swords cards, two cups cards, two wands cards, and one pentacle. All right, so wow, Virgo, so you've got a little bit of a tie here, right? So we would say that you're tying between the swords, the wands, or staves as they're called in this deck, and the cups. Okay, so cups can deal with emotions, good emotions or bad emotions. Swords can deal with our mental health. Is it in a good place or a not so good place? What was the other one? And then staves or wands can deal with our physical body, and it can talk about health. Okay, so again, it's like a little bit of all three of those showing up here. But wait a minute, I just realized, no, that's right. I just wanted to make sure. Okay, so yeah, let's keep going though and see what else we have here for you, Virgo. So again, if the main kind of themes that it's touching on don't necessarily resonate, that's okay too. You just leave it aside, and it may resonate more for someone else. Okay, since this again is a general reading meant for multiple people. All right, but let's go ahead and break each one of these cards down, Virgo. So we start off your first card in the reading with the King of Staves, also known as King of Wands, in the reverse position. And we said this could be like the first week or so of November. All right, but this was like a little bit of an energetic blockage, gentle reminder, or challenge, as I like to call them. Now when we have this card in particular, because it's the first card, it can be energy from the recent past that we're picking up. But this can talk about, for some people, not everybody, right? And I'm definitely not a medical doctor, but it can have reference to some issues with health, but it doesn't have to be health issues per se, right? It could also be, and let me turn this down, so sorry. My ambient music has commercials sometimes, and it's for the animals and the dogs. All right. But if it's not necessarily health stuff or health issues, it could be feeling less passionate or excited about things in the physical body, right? So that's another way to interpret it as well. Now with this King of Staves, also known as King of Wands in the reverse position, there could be a feeling of a lack of confidence as well. And you know, this whole reading, throughout this reading here, Virgo, this could be, excuse me, about you or about someone you're dealing with, multiple people you're dealing with, your general environment situation. Okay, so again, always take it how it may resonate for you. But this is kind of where Spirit wanted to put all of your other cards underneath that first week. So there's a lot going on in the first week. And since I've been using the metaphor for a while about driving and green lights and red lights and orange, yellow lights, right? I would say that the first week is definitely more of a red light. The energy has completely slowed down. Okay, and that's not necessarily always a bad thing. Okay, and then I would say that your second week is a green light. Your third week could be more of a yellow, orange light. and the same for your 4th week, okay? But we'll break it down and get more into detail because that's just a basic way to do it. But if I was to pause your reading right here and there was something that you could want to accomplish within your control, like travel as an example, then I would say do those things during the 2nd week of November, okay? 2nd to 3rd week of November, because that's really when the energy is more conducive for those things, okay? But now let's go back to the 1st week and kind of really break down why this King of Staves, King of Wands is in the reverse position here. I'll just move it over so you can see a little bit more clearly, okay? So let's just do that, move all the things over. All right. So these 4 cards that are underneath, I'm using 2 different tarot decks throughout your whole reading here. So this is what's on the top and the bottom of each deck that can give us more insight. And I call them the sponsor cards. These cards down here made it possible for this King of Staves in the reverse position to show up here. So maybe I'll just leave it like that for now. Okay, so we'll start with the first 2 on the top just because they're smaller and they're easier to kind of grab here. But we have in the past, and this could be a couple of days ago, weeks, months, years, etc., Virgo, we have the 9 of Swords in the reverse position and the Knight of Swords in the right side up position, okay? And so basically what we're seeing here in the past, Virgo, is with the 9 of Swords, that's what we call a good reversal, okay? That's how you want to see this card, because it means that in the past somebody was starting to you know, get a better mental health situation. They were starting to maybe let go of some anxiety, worry, overthinking, that kind of stuff, okay? Sleepless nights, they were starting to let go of that. Someone, either yourself or someone else, or the general environment situation. And then on the other hand, while that was going on in the past, we also have the Knight of Swords in the right side up position. So then mental clarity started to come in, and it could have been a medium-sized communication or offer or message that came in from you to someone, or from someone to you, or from the general, you know, environment as far as your spirit guides, guardian angels, with this Knight of Swords in the right side up position. Now I say it's a medium-sized opportunity message coming through because it is a knight. It's not a king or a page in the tarot, right? So it's not the smallest and it's not the biggest. It's kind of in between, whatever that may mean for you here, okay? So when we see this going on here in the past, Virgo, it kind of says like that there was clarity in the past, okay? And it could have had something to do with health issues, or being, if it's not health issues, it could have been being more passionate and courageous, right? We've got the lions here. If we turn the card over just so you can see it for reference, the 2 lions on each side of the king here. So having lots of courage about something and standing in our power, just being, you know, all that kind of lion energy, all right? So, you know, in the past, there could have also been more confidence when we're talking about lions as well, okay, in regards to something here. Now, let's get even more info and get under that as well. Again, all of these 4 cards underneath are past energy, and we're talking about it in relation to your first card, this King of Staves in the reverse position. Just turn the music up a little bit here as I hear the dogs, or not the dogs, but the cats are going a little bit crazy in the background, but hopefully it's not loud enough for you guys, okay? But we have in the past, again, could be a couple of days ago, weeks, months, years, we've got the Death card, Scorpio energy, in the reverse position on one side, and then on the other side we have now the Prince of Staves in the right side up, in the reverse position, okay? So in the past here, Virgo, there could have been some type of transformation, some type of ending or new beginning that was resisted with the Death card in the reverse position, okay? It could be that there was a harder time finding wisdom around some type of transformation, some type of ending, new beginning, and this in the past perhaps again could have affected somebody's confidence. Now, because this guy, I'm going to put the death card down for a second. Now, because this guy is this guy's son, okay, for some people, not everybody, this could talk about some issues within the family. It could be blood family, or it could be also our tribe, our tribe, whatever we consider our family, friends, family, etc., right? But with this Prince of Staves in the reverse position in the past, let me just pick back up the death card, right? It's like somebody perhaps was scared or hesitant about leveling up in some way. So if we are a prince, right, if he was right side up, he would eventually want to become this guy, the king, right? But both are reversed. One is future, current, present energies, and one is the past, right? So if we are resisting leveling up in one area of our life or multiple areas of our life, taking the next stage of something, if we are resisting that, then we are also, of course, resisting the transformation, the endings and new beginnings with that death card in the reverse position here, okay? So whatever this energy here is for you, Virgo, it is a slowdown of energy, but it's not forever, right? And some people, when we do their readings on this channel, right, they would have a couple different red lights or slowdown of energy. You really only have one here in that first week or so of November, Virgo. So let's keep going and see what else we have here for you. Like I said before, really that second week or so is the best kind of energy so far in your reading to accomplish something within your control or manifest something that you wanted to do. Okay, so we go from the King of Staves in the reverse position in the first week to now in the second week, which we said could be from around November 8th through the 14th. We've got the Princess of Cups in the right side up position. Okay, so this is a very abundant energy. We'd say that this is a green light, so then you can go, right? It's an action card. And here we see the Morgana figure. She is one of the Celtic priestesses of herbal magic. Okay, so she's picking her herbs at night. We see another reference to the moon and Pisces, which you also have the official card for moon and Pisces in the fourth week. But we start to see it kind of in the background here, okay? And so we'll get to that later, but it is a nice kind of like, you know, follow through as far as the imagery and the energy goes. But with this Princess of Cups in the right side up position, it can talk about trying to find perhaps a way to be accepted in something that is non-traditional, right? So most people would say majority of people work during the day, but here we see her picking her herbs at night. Is that because the herbs bloom at night? Certain flowers bloom at night. Is it because she's doing it in secret? Or is it because she just really likes to work at night, right? So it kind of brings about, and again, the theme of Morgana is this kind of like non-traditional medicine woman, okay, of herbal magic and medicine, okay? But she is the Princess of Cups. All right, so the cups in the tarot talk about our emotions. Her cup is in the right side up position. So she is very clear about her emotional priorities, her emotional boundaries, right? She knows what fulfills her cup, so to speak, okay? And she's really open to learning new things because she is a princess, okay? She's not a queen yet, right? And so she has that ability to be more flexible or adaptable, okay, so to speak here. And so again, this is a really nice energy here for you, Virgo, in this time period, okay? So now we kind of move from that Princess of Cups in the second week to now in the third week we have the Two of Sacred Circles, okay, also known as Two of Pentacles here in the right side up position. And you tend to get this card a lot, Virgo, from time to time. I don't know why, but you do, right? It could have something to do with the general, let's say, stereotypes of Virgo. Hardworking energy, being grounded, all that kind of thing. But when this Two of Sacred Circles or Two of Pentacles shows up in the third week, which we said could be from around November 15th through the 21st or so, It is a card about priorities, right? So here we see this kind of juggling energy. We see the back of this Native American man, and he's calling to the bear spirit, okay, for help. He wants to manifest more money, since we're talking about sacred circles. Is also a Pentacles card. So coins and pentacles is money, finances, but he also can be wanting to manifest values, okay? So feeling more valued, valuing others, etc., okay, when we see this card here, Virgo. Now, if we turn it on its side, we do see the figure 8, okay? Also known as the infinity symbol, okay? So this is talking about if I can manifest magic, whatever I consider magic, right? In the past, I can manifest magic again in the future. So again, this is kind of like juggling all the financial priorities, right? But also the other priorities as well. Okay, so this, and we look at the number of the card. This is 2 of sacred circles, or 2 of pentacles, the highest number in the tarot being 10. So it's not the largest amount of money, or the largest feeling of being valued, but it is starting something, right? It started from the bottom, now we're here, right? So it is starting to build momentum and build more money, build more value. So he's calling to the bear spirit to figure out how to do that. How can I save my money? If we think of the bear, this is hibernation, the winter, right? Metaphor for winter. So how can I save my money? Also, how can I be of value to myself and others, but not overextend, right? How can I, when we think of the bear, right, they sleep a lot in hibernation. They only do the basic kind of things that are expected of them, or not expected of them because they're a bear. But you know what I mean? Hopefully you do, right? Expected of them if they have a bear family, let's say, or the bare necessities, right, of what it is to stay alive, let's say, okay, and that's kind of survival mode when we're talking about the hibernation mode, okay. So when we pair it again after that Princess of Cups in the right side up position, it could be you know, bringing together the more emotional side of the Princess of Cups with the more grounded water energy, earth energy over here, like you, Virgo, or depending on where you have Virgo in your chart. But it's like, how can I bring in the emotions and the grounded energy in the 3D world, right? In the world where we have to pay bills and have money and all of these things, okay? So it's like kind of coming together here. Now, as we move forward, Virgo, we have now the Moon card as your 4th card here. All right, so we go from this one to this one. Now, when we have this Moon card showing up here in the 4th week, we said this could be from around November 22nd to November 30th, or maybe even into December a little bit. But this is official card again for Pisces. The Moon card is, there could be this energy here, Virgo, for you or someone else, a general environment situation where we're not seeing something clearly. There could be a little bit of a creative block, okay, for some. But we want to find the wisdom. We want to get more light and information. So at night, when the moon is out, we can't see things all the way as they really are because we have less information, less light, right? So there is this little Native American woman, grandmother spirit over here, which represents the wisdom that will be coming in, or the wisdom that you are searching for, or someone is searching for, when we again don't have, let's say, all the information or all the knowledge about something here, okay? Or if we don't have, if we have all the knowledge, but we have, like, let's say, a creative block or something like that, it could be this grandmother spirit also can represent the creativity coming back, okay? So it's not going to be that for everybody. But when we talk about the moon card energy, again, water, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but the official card for Pisces is that we are also underneath the water. Okay, and so it kind of, again, goes back to the 2nd week when we had that little imagery of the moon here, but now we have it here. It's small here, now it's big. It's front and center. So there could have been something that was starting in the 2nd week that now we see more in the 4th week here, Virgo, as far as something where, again, you didn't have all the information yet. but you were trying to make sense of it, okay? And it could have been something around some type of emotions, non-traditional emotions for some, right? But really trying to figure out again what goes in my cup. What are my emotional boundaries, priorities? What fulfills my emotions, okay? So let's keep going though and see what else we have here for you, Virgo. Because the main thing to know when the moon card comes out, if some people freak out about it, right? And there's nothing to freak out about. It just means that eventually you're going to get more information and the wisdom is going to come in. I like to also say that the moon card is like you're sleeping over someone's house and all the lights are off and you need to get up and go to the bathroom or get some water. And so you don't have all the information. So the coat rack, you're like, is that a coat rack? Is that a person? Is that a monster? Right? Depending on how old you are and how you think. So that's kind of the example of the moon card energy. It's just like, you know, kind of squinting your eyes, being like, is that what I think it is? Like, where's my footing going? Like, make sure I don't knock things over, right? It's just not having all the information. But if we flipped on the light switch, which is coming, then we can see the more information. We can see things as they really are, okay? So let's see what your tarot confirmation card here is as well, Virgo. So this card's going to come in and confirm all 4 weeks that we just talked about, or basically all of November, right? And so this is a combination of past and future energy as well. So you always have choice and free will, right? But we have the Two of Cups in the reverse position here showing up here for you, Virgo, and it was sitting on top of the Moon card, okay? So what this tells me is with the Two of Cups in the reverse position, there could be this feeling of a lack of equal give and take in some type of relationship, right? It could be romantic, it could be platonic, a work partnership with friends or family, or even self-love. But there's this feeling of either someone is giving too much or an energy is giving too much and someone is not giving enough or an energy is not giving enough, etc., right? And it's kind of making it feel like not the funnest, right? It also is making someone feel less emotionally strong or resilient, okay? And that makes sense, again, because it's sitting on the Moon card. So if we don't have all the information, then we might not feel as emotionally strong as we normally would, okay? And I say that because if this card was in the right side up position, we see that there is the lotus flower here underneath, okay? And so the lotus flower in a lot of different spiritual cultures and tradition talks about resiliency and being strong because it grows in the water, not in the earth or the soil, okay? But it is in that reverse position here. So it, again, because this is a combination of past and future energy, Virgo, I think you can switch it and make it right side up when you get more information, okay? When you turn on that light switch at your friend's house and you find the bathroom or the water in the kitchen, whatever you're looking for, when you do that, then you will also have a more equal give and take in one type of partnership or even multiple partnerships, okay? And bringing out the best in each other, okay? In two different people, two different parties, energies, etc., okay? Because what they call the Two of Cups in this deck, if you can see it, it says the Lord of Love, okay? If I get too close, it goes out of focus, I think. But yeah, we want high vibrational love. We want high vibrational partnerships, all those kind of things. So just something to think about here, Virgo. But let's also see what your Oracle card is as well for this time period or beyond. And this is really cool when this happens, because it happened in one of the other readings where somebody got a particular tarot card and then it showed up also in the Oracle card message as well, referencing that tarot card, okay? So you got the Death card, card number 13, and this new Oracle deck that I'm using references tarot cards but also deals with numerology, okay? So if you remember here, Virgo, you got the Death card in the reverse position in the past, and then it literally says the Death card here again, okay? So that's really cool. So when I see that, I feel like that is also giving you hope here, Virgo, to be like, if there was some type of, you know, hesitancy to have some type of ending, new beginning, or transformation in the past, here it is more welcoming of it, okay? But let me read to you what it says here. It says art, okay? And then it says communication of inner workings in a creative way, a statement. It also says at the bottom here, action and communication, okay? So I'm going to hold it up a little bit so you can hopefully see that a little bit better as well, okay? So yeah, taking action, having communication. This can talk about also, of course, the creativity side, right? But it doesn't have to be creativity or art, right? It could just be communication to work through, to get to some type of statement, right? Or again, to get the more higher vibrational love or partnerships and have more information. So if we have more information, we have clear way to also kind of communicate here as well, and then take action, right? Because it also says action over here as well. All right, so that is your reading, dear Virgo. Thank you guys so much as always for your energy, for your likes, your subscriptions, all the good stuff. So I will be again posting your photo after this live is done, the one photo of all of these cards if you want to see it more up close in detail, and it's just free on my Facebook page, Malessea's Magic Light. But yeah, let me see what time we're at for the timestamps, and then we'll go ahead and switch over to Libra in just a few moments. So we're at about 31.5 minutes, so I'll make a mental note there. But yeah, let's see. Let's kind of switch over to the Virgo. All right. So we are going to put some crystals on the cards, let them charge a little bit, light a little bit of incense, and do a quick sound bell to clear the energy from the Virgo energy to now the Libra energy. All right. So thank you guys for your patience during that process. As always, when I do the timestamps after the live is done, I'll put two different timestamps. One for Libra for people who want to watch the shuffling, and one for Libra who don't want to watch, either they don't have time or they just don't necessarily care for it. So I will provide those two different timestamps too. So, all right, let's see here. On a little bit of music again, just because it got a little quiet there. All right. So incense, yes. I was like, what am I doing? Oh, no incense stick. I thought I did. Oh wait, I can grab it from here. I think. Hold on, guys. Oh. Okay. As I knock stuff over. All good. Okay. So, yeah, passing the cards through the smoke is another way to clear the energy. But for some people, if you can't or don't want to deal with smoke, you don't have to, right? You can also just use your intention, use a sound bell, tuning forks, sound vibrations, music, whatever works for you. All right. Okay, so use some incense here. And it smells good, right? I like the incense, but that's just me. All right. Now this is not a shuffling, right? For people who are new here. This is just me putting the cards turned over randomly in a spot before we do the shuffling, just so they're all facing the same way. Yeah, and not start a fire. Okay. Okay, all right. That's pretty good for this incense. So now we're going to go ahead and do our sound bell to again clear the energy of the cards another way as well. Maybe I'll put this here for a little bit. Alright. So again, for some people, if you are just tuning in, if you're sensitive to sound, just maybe turn it down a little bit while we do the sound bell. I'm trying to hit it not as hard because I have a different camera setup and don't want to get crazy with it. But yeah, anyway, if you're listening with headphones or something like that, or you're sensitive, just turn it down a little bit. But this is a great time to check in with our body, take a couple of deep breaths if you feel guided. And it's also a good place for me to check in with my guides to make sure that I am delivering the messages as clearly as possible to you guys as well. All right, so this is going to be for Libra. Libra. Let's go ahead and do some shuffling here for you. Move this back over. Okay. For that incense ash. Spirit, when love and light, respect and reverence before, during, and after. Thank you for all advice, wisdom, and guidance given, and thank you, of course, for listening. Spirits, guide my hands, please. Messages for air sign Libra, the balance scales for November. Spirits, guide my hands, please. Messages for air sign Libra, for their highest truth and vibration for November 2023. Spirits, guide my hands, please. Messages for air sign Libra, the balance scales for November 2023. What do they need to see to know the truth is here? Move these down. Spirits, guide my hands, please. Messages for air sign Libra, balance scales for November 2023. What do they need to see? What do they need to know for their highest good? Messages for air sign Libra for November 2023. Libra. Messages. Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for air sign Libra, the balance scales for November 2023. Messages for Libra. Messages for Libra. Air sign Libra for November 2023. Spirits, guide my hands, please. Libra. Alright, so we're going to take the top and the bottom. I was like, which one's the bottom? There we go. Okay. We will figure out a little bit how exactly Spirit wants these cards placed, if they're right side up or reversed, but first we're going to keep going with our shuffling. Alright, Spirits, guide my hands, please. Messages for air sign Libra for November 2023. Guide my hands, please. Messages for air sign Libra for November 2023. What do they need to see? What does Libra need to know for their highest truth and vibration for November 2023. One card only, please, spirits. Messages for air sign Libra for November 2023. What do they need to see? What do they need to know for the highest good? Alright, so then we're also going to take the top and the bottom. I feel like one of the cards just stabbed me. I was like, ow. Alright. Let's see one more deck here. Okay. Put that crystal over there. I was like, careful with the crystals. Alright. Spirits guide my hands, please. Messages for air sign Libra, the balance scales for November 2023 for the highest good and truth. One card only, please, spirits. Messages for air sign Libra, the balance scales for November 2023. What does Libra need to see? Alright. Alright, let's now figure out how exactly they want these cards. So we'll start with the first one and then go through. Spirits, on love and light, respect and reverence before, during, and after. Thank you for all advice, wisdom, guidance, speaking, and thank you for listening. Spirits, did you want the Two of Cups in the reverse position to represent the first tarot card for this Libra November reading? Yes. Alright, thank you. And Spirits, did you want the Eight of Swords in the reverse position to represent the second tarot card for this Libra November reading? No. Okay. Spirits, just confirm you want the Eight of Swords in the right side up position to represent the second tarot card for this Libra November reading. Yes. Alright, thank you. And another reversal. Let's check. Spirits, did you want the Queen of... That's distracting. Let's turn that down. Oh, wrong way. Turn it down. Spirits, did you want the Queen of Staves in the reverse position to represent the fourth tarot card for this Libra November reading? Thank you. And Spirits, did you want the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse position to represent the one and only tarot confirmation card for this Libra November reading? No. Alright. That was a clear no, so we'll take it. Alright, and then Spirits, did you want the Ten of Swords in the reverse position to represent what's on top of this Ancestral Path tarot deck for this Libra November reading? Okay, thank you. And Spirits, did you want the Eight of Cups in the reverse position to represent what's on top of this Hermaid tarot deck for this Libra November reading? No. Okay, let's double check. Spirits, just to make sure, did you want the Eight of Cups in the right side up position to represent what's on the top of this Hermaid tarot deck for this Libra November reading? Yep. Alright, thank you. And Spirits, once again, did you want the Ace of Swords in the reverse position to represent what's on the bottom of this Hermaid tarot deck for this Libra November reading? Yes. Okay. Alright, now let's just figure out where they want these guys. Feel like it's in the fourth week, but I'm not sure. Let's double check. It's either the fourth or the second, I think, but let's see. Let's move stuff down a little bit here. Turn this back out. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, Spirits. Did you want me to talk about the Eight of Cups in the right side up position and the Ace of Swords in the reverse position when I talk about the Queen of Staves in the reverse position? Yes. Okay, yes for those. Alright, thank you. Move everything over. And Spirits. Did you want me to talk about the Ten of Swords in the reverse position and the King of Sacred Circles in the right side up position when I talk about the Queen of Staves in the reverse position? Yes. Okay, thank you. Alright. So we've got all of our placements. I'm going to take a quick photo and then we will get started here and move stuff over a little bit for the photo too. And then I'll move it back so you guys can see it better on the screen. Libra. Just stand up here so you don't have the glare. All right. All right, Libra, let's see what we have for you. I'm going to look at the timestamps right now just so I know when the shuffling was completely done. All right, so we're at about 45.5 minutes. All right, so I'll make a mental note of that. All right, let's move stuff down so you can see more what's going on and see what this reading is all about for Libra for November. All right, so Libra, we're going to talk about the potential time frames when some of these things may occur. And then we'll call out your cards one by one and kind of go in order here. Let me put this over here because it's distracting me. All right. So Libra, we're saying that the first card can be from around November 1st through the 7th. It's not set in stone as far as the timing because it is a general reading meant for multiple people. All right, just going to move it back a little bit. Second card can be from around November 8th through the 14th or so. Third card can be from around November 15th through the 21st. I'll say these dates again, more on each one. And the fourth card can be from around November 22nd through November 30th, maybe even into December, okay? All right, so let's see here. Libra, you've got the Two of Cups in the reverse position, and you've got the Eight of Swords in the right side up position. You've got the Prince of Cups in the right side up position, and you have the Queen of Staves in the reverse position. And then we'll go over the other cards a little bit later when Spirit wants to talk more in depth about those underneath, okay? But I just wanted to call out the first main four. Okay, so let's see here, Libra. You have one major arcana throughout your whole reading, not necessarily a good or bad thing, right? The Wheel of Fortune that you have over here does represent 4 different zodiac frequencies, okay? So for some of you guys, Libra, you could be dealing with a Scorpio, Aquarius, a Leo, or a Taurus. Those are the 4 zodiac signs that are present in the Wheel of Fortune. So for some of you guys, you could be dealing with one of those signs in particular, or you could have a lot of those signs in your chart or someone else's chart, or it could even be referencing Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius season of this year, of last year, or even next year, all right? Or it means nothing at all, but I like to call it out in the beginning, all right? Sorry, my nose has been super itchy lately. But yeah, let's see, as far as your minor arcana goes, let's see which one is the dominant one, okay? So it's probably going to be Cups or Swords, but let's double check. So you've got 3 Cups cards, that's right, and you've got 3 Swords cards, 1 Wand, 1 Pentacle, and then your major, okay? So it looks like it's probably going to be a tie, right? Yes. Forgive me. There's 3 Cups cards. And no, it is a tie. 3 Cups and 3 Swords. I am right. Okay. So just kidding. I second guessed myself for a second. So that means there's a tie here between the underlying theme of your reading here, Libra. So Cups talk about emotions, so there could be some strong emotions, whether good or bad. And then Swords talk about our mental health. So is my mental health or someone else's in a good place, a not so good place? So that's, again, just kind of underlying theme to your reading. If that part doesn't necessarily resonate, just leave it aside for someone else, since it is a general reading meant for multiple people. But now let's kind of go one by one here, Libra, and break down your cards. All right. So this is really interesting, and this has been happening throughout all the readings for November, since you guys are the last sign I'm doing since I started with Scorpio, right? Since it's Scorpio season, and then we went backwards through the signs. But it's like sometimes what the 4th card was in the previous reading, or even the confirmation card, it's then showing up again as the 1st card in the next zodiac reading. And the reason for this, and I've said this before, is let's say you are a sun sign Libra, right? You're going to share a lot of traits with the sign before you and the sign after you. It's always that way, okay? Wherever your sun sign is. So if you're a sun sign Libra, you're going to have a lot of stuff in your chart with Virgo. You're also going to have a lot of stuff in your chart with Scorpio. So it's just really interesting that that's been happening more in these set of November readings than it has been like throughout the year. That can also talk about the general astrology or collective unconscious, right? World events, all those things. So just want to throw that out there. All right, now back to this Two of Cups in the reverse position here, Libra. In the first week or so of November, we said it could be from around November 1st through the 7th, but it's not set in stone as far as the dates. But this is a little bit of a red light, right? If we were to pause your reading right here for just a second, you've got a red light, a yellow, orange light, a green light, and then another red light, okay? Again, metaphors like we're driving. So this can be, Libra, that if we were to pause your reading right here, I would say if there was something that you wanted to control, that you can control, right, within your limits of control, right? That's so weird. I don't know. I would say that, but anyway, it's like the third week is the best week. Okay, so as an example, something within your control could be like travel, if you have control of that, or manifesting something in particular. I would say wait until the third week because that's the best week where it's most conducive. All right. Now, going back to where we were talking about a little bit of this red light here, Libra, it's a little bit of stagnant energy where the universe, guardian angels, ancestors want you to slow down in some way. Now, this whole reading here, Libra, it could be about you or someone you're dealing with, multiple people you're dealing with, your general environment situation. But there is an imbalance in one type of partnership or multiple partnerships, right? So it can be romantic the way the card is depicted, but it doesn't have to be. It can also be a work partnership. It could be friends or family or even self-love, right? But with this Two of Cups in the reverse position, it's almost like there is not an equal give and take, okay, between two parties, two energies, what have you, where someone is either giving too much or someone's not giving enough, vice versa, etc. When we talk about, again, cups in the tarot, it is emotions. So it's like here the emotions don't feel as nice as they normally would, right? Never fun. But it can also be that there is like this, if the Two of Cups was right side up, it would be higher vibrational love. There's an angel above them, divinely guided. When it's reversed, it's like not bringing out the best in each other, okay, if it's two people or two parties, etc. Okay, and that can be for various reasons, again, because this is a general reading meant for multiple people. But I wouldn't get stuck there, right, Libra, because you do have some other really good stuff coming up. So let's kind of figure out why this is showing up here for you. Because when I was confirming the cards, if you watch me shuffle, I could have put all of these cards, the 4 cards that are the past, the top and the bottom of each deck, I could have put them all in the first week, but it didn't feel like that. Or I could have put up half in the first week, but it didn't feel like that. Spirit, and I confirmed, wanted them all underneath in this 4th week. So whatever this imbalance is in a partnership or multiple partnerships, that's not the main thing that's going on here in your reading, okay? But let's kind of show and see what your second card is, though, all right? So we go from the Two of Cups reversed in your first week or so to now the 8 of Swords in the right side up position in your second week. And we said this could be from around November 8th through the 14th or so, not set in stone as far as the dates. But this woman, okay, this Japanese woman is fanning herself, and she's aware that there is some anxiety, worry, overthinking, and she's looking at the water, and the water, again, emotions, okay? So she's like, how can I make sure my emotions don't overwhelm me where it leads to more anxiety, worry, overthinking? Anytime the swords are going down, that's kind of what's happening here. So it's not a red light in the first week, right? The second week is more of like, okay, we're transitioning out of the red. We're slowly going to the yellow, orange before we get to the green, right? So it's slowly coming out of that, okay? And then, of course, we have your best week here throughout the reading is your third week, Libra. Now we have a green light. Wonderful. Now we have the Prince of Cups in the right side up position, okay? And we said this could be from around November 15th through the 21st or so. But this Prince of Cups is galloping on his horse. He's leaving, stormy weather in the past, okay, and he's moving on to greener pastures, so to speak. And so he's got his cup right side up, and this is talking about this energy of the card. Can be talking about a medium-sized message or opportunity that you're going to give, or that someone's going to give to you, or it comes in general from your spirit guides, guardian angels, what have you, right? But it is not the hugest offer or the smallest offer. It's not a page in the tarot, and it's not a king in the tarot. It is a prince, right? So that's why it's a medium-sized type of offer or communication. But this is also an action card. Just like I said, it's a green light, so now we can drive, now we can go, okay? So again, Libra, looks like the third week or so, middle of November, is really some nice energy here for you. So if you think about it, and we're talking about balance, the middle of November would be balanced, right, as far as the beginning of November and the end of November, so that's kind of funny, another added note. But let's keep going and see what else we have here for you. All right, so now Libra, we go into your fourth week. All right, so we go from the Prince of Cups right side up to now the Queen of Staves in the reverse position. And we said this could be from around November 22nd through November 30th, or maybe even into some parts of December, right? But this is another red light or energetic blockage, gentle reminder or challenge, or just a little bit of stagnant energy, okay? But never to be fearful or completely depressed by that, okay? So let's see why this is showing up here in just a few moments when we get into those 4 cards from the past. But let's talk about what this card means first, okay? So with this Queen of Staves, or Queen of Wands, as is also known in the reverse position, it can be that there is a little bit of some health issues, okay? Again, I'm not a doctor, medical doctor by any means, but it could also be, if it's not like some small health issues, it could just be there's less passion or enthusiasm that we're feeling in our body. We're not feeling like taking action at this time within our body, if that makes sense. So that's why the energy is stagnant. That's why the energy slows down. So it makes us go more inward within. So we're not going out and making all these huge decisions, right? Or taking lots of physical action, okay? There could also be a little bit of confidence stuff going on here in this card as well for some people. It can also talk about not being ready to take the next step, okay? If we got, remember this came before it, if we got this medium-sized opportunity or communication that came in, maybe that opportunity or communication was like, honey, you're a queen, let's get it really, let's go big, let's go, or go big or go home. But maybe somebody here is not ready for that, okay? And that could be why that Queen of Staves, the Queen of Wands, is in the reverse position here too. It's like, whoa, hold on a second. Because she could be feeling, I say she because that's just how the card is depicted, but if she was right side up, we see the Nile River behind her. Now it's reversed, right? So there could be a lot of emotions that came in, again, with that Prince of Cups emotion card, water card, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio over here. But here in the fourth week, Libra, it's like the emotions could be like almost trapped in the body for some, okay? Again, not ready to take physical action yet, or some action may be taken to get the balanced emotions, to get the emotions more in a balanced place, right? But again, let's see kind of what's underneath it to find out the finer details, okay? So we'll start with the first 2 on the top because they're smaller and easier to hold up for a moment here, or fit on the table. Okay, so again, past energy and current present energies. So in the past, we got the 8 of Cups in the right side up position, and then we also have the Ace of Swords in the reverse position here in the past. So Libra, this tells me that in the past, in some way, you or someone else, the general environment, could have needed to walk away from a situation to take some time to think. And I'm not sure why my alarm is going off, but that's a message from Spirit at some point, right? So yeah, somebody's like, hold up, my alarm's going off, I need to take time to think. Yes. So there could have been an emotional walking away at some point in the past with this Eight of Cups in the right side up position here, Libra. And then with the Ace of Swords in the reverse position right next to it, it's almost like there was this lack of mental clarity in the past around some type of ending, new beginning, that maybe made someone's mental health not in the best place. Again, because they needed to walk away to figure out the emotions about something, and then that's going to cloud their judgment a little bit as far as their logical mind, crown chakra kind of energy. All right, so let's also check out the other two cards and see what else they're telling us here. Okay, so again, past energy, the sponsor cards that made it possible for this Queen of Staves in the reverse position to show up here for you, Libra. All right, so in the past, again, we have here the Ten of Swords in the reverse position, and now we have the King of Sacred Circles in the right side up position. So Ten of Swords in reverse is a great reversal. It's what we call a great reversal. That's how you want to see this card. All right, so somebody or some energy in the past was letting go of anxiety, worry, overthinking, and saying, you know what, I'm not going to let all of that air sign energy overwhelm my brain, and I'm going to put it to rest so I can take a mental rest, or I can be more mentally balanced. And when someone or when the energy did this in the past here, Libra, then you have that King of Sacred Circles energy showing up here, okay? So I like to call this the inheritance card, okay? Because he is passing down something. So we see this Native American man, he's holding the drum. There's lightning and storms in the background. But in the Native American culture, in a lot of different cultures, right, they have the oral tradition. So if they don't necessarily write things down as much, they're going to tell stories. They're going to pass down their tradition. So this is an inheritance card. So it can talk about a masculine energy, divine masculine energy. It doesn't necessarily have to be a man, okay, but just masculine energy here wants to pass something down. So because it is a Sacred Circles card, also known as a Pentacles card, it can be talking about passing down financial stuff, passing down money, right? But it doesn't have to be just that, or it can also talk about passing down something of value. Again, these oral traditions, okay? So this older king wants to help the younger generations learn something in particular, okay? So again, this was happening in the past here, Libra, and it's like, well, why you got a queen in reverse in the current present energies, and in the past you had this king right side up, okay? So it's almost like, how do we get both the divine masculine and the divine feminine that we each have inside of us in a more balanced place? If we were taking more physical action or more financial action in the past with that King of Sacred Circles, somebody may be less confident in their divine feminine energies, let's say, or they may be less confident in taking a physical action or having more passion or creativity about something. Doesn't have to be for everybody, that part, okay, but for somebody there. So let's just also talk about this. If she was in the right side up position, if you can see, her eyes are closed, okay? So if she closes her eyes, we see this animal drinking from the Nile River in the background here. So animals will usually only eat or go to the bathroom, right, when they feel like they're not in a vulnerable position, okay? So also when they go to sleep, right? So here she has her eyes closed because she is a queen. She knows she has her team protecting her. So she feels like she can take a mental break, let's say, if her eyes are closed, right? So I just kind of wanted to talk about that metaphor about her closing her eyes, because when it's in reverse, it's like somebody could be feeling, or the energy could be feeling like not safe to do those things, not safe to take a mental nap or to go to sleep, not safe to go to the bathroom, what have you, those kinds of things that make us more vulnerable if we were an animal in the natural world, right? So that's why the energy is stagnant. That's why the energy has slowed down, and we have a little bit of that red light here, Libra, towards the end of November, beginning of December. Okay, but again, it's for a lot of different reasons here. Okay, somebody to work on their confidence, someone to take the time to say, okay, is it the next step for me now to become a queen? Is it the next step? Let's say, as an example, if I got offered a higher position at work, am I now ready to do that? Not quite yet. All right, we got to think about some things, work on some things first. Is it romantic stuff, right? Is it the next step to advance in this romantic relationship, or to start dating someone, or whatever, move in with them, whatever it is, get married, have kids, blah, blah, blah. Maybe not quite yet, right? You need to work some things out and slow down a little bit. Apply that to everything you can think of, right? I just wanted to kind of give 2 examples there, okay? But now, Libra, okay, we're not done with your tarot. We have one more tarot card here. This tarot card, this is confirming what we have just talked about, your whole reading here. So it's going to come in and confirm all 4 weeks, all 4 cards at the top that we have been talking about. I'm just moving them down a little bit, okay? So what you have here, this Wheel of Fortune is coming in and confirming all 4 cards, all right? So this Wheel of Fortune is a combination of past and future energy here. Okay, Libra? Again, we have the 4 different zodiac signs associated with the Wheel of Fortune. So we've got Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius. All right? So Wheel of Fortune is like luck is now on your side. Okay? So if you were feeling here, Libra, a little bummed out about what I said in the 4th week of November, this Wheel of Fortune is sitting on top of it. And because it is past and future energy, you always have choice. You always have free will, right? So it's kind of telling you to wait, because the wheel is turning. So if you had that red light in the 4th week, in the 5th week, so to speak, or the next month, you're going to have luck now on your side, things turning in your favor. Now it's more a auspicious time to start driving again, to take action, right? And they call the Wheel of Fortune in this deck Lord of the Forces of Life, okay? We see this Egyptian guy at the top and the wheel in the center and some swords here, okay? But this is Jupiter energy. So Jupiter, everything it touches, it expands, right? And so again, it's coming here, Libra. It's giving you that little bit of extra foreshadowing, extra faith that things are going to work out. Okay, so when I saw that and I was shuffling, I was like, oh, that's so beautiful, right? That you have that, because not a lot of people get that, right? Not a lot of people get reassurance or confirmation that things are going to turn in their favor. Okay. Now, this is really cool too, because since I've been using this new Oracle deck, I haven't seen this card showing up in any of the readings yet. But this is your Oracle card for this time period and beyond, Libra. So you got the Devil, okay? The Devil card in the Tarot. So this Oracle deck talks about the Tarot and a little bit about numerology and stuff, but it says card number 15. It says at the bottom, self-knowledge and enjoyment. And then it says fun right here in the center, right? It says enjoy life and success according to your own definition of what is fun and recharges self. Okay? So let's just put it with the Wheel of Fortune here. If we think of the Devil card in the Tarot, it wants to talk about balance, things being out of balance, right? The Devil card can talk about self-sabotaging energy or something in access. It talks about drug addictions, etc., addictive behaviors, not to just substances, right? That would be the Devil card energy in the Tarot. But here is also talking about enjoying ourselves, but not letting it go to the extremes of the Devil card energy. So it's saying have fun, right? It's saying, again, enjoy life and success according to own definition of what is fun and recharge yourself, okay? So I really feel like these things are the things to focus on here too, as well, Libra, throughout your month of November, especially towards the end or the parts that are feeling a little more rough, right? So I also want to put this real quickly with your first card, the Two of Cups in the reverse position. Okay, so what does it say? Self-knowledge, enjoyment, what is your own definition of fun, and how to recharge itself, right? So how do we have that higher vibrational love where we give the best in each other, in romantic, work partnerships, friends and family, etc., self-love, all the things, right? So yeah, I don't know. I just felt like that also needed to be put with your first card too here as well, Libra. And this deck, this Oracle deck, they kind of have different pictures here in the center, but this one really just looks really like abstract and a lot of geometry kind of shapes and stuff. But I think that it's abstract for a reason, right? Because it's asking you to make your own definition of what those things are. So again, that is so beautiful, Libra. And that is your reading. I will be posting your photo, the one photo of all these cards, after this live is done. If you want to see the cards again, more up close in detail, it is free. I just put on my Facebook page. You can go to Malessea's Magic Light, the name of my channel here, and look it up on Facebook if you feel guided. What else? I think that's pretty much it. So thank you guys as always for your likes, for your views, and your subscriptions here on YouTube. And on Facebook, right? Yeah, if you want to subscribe here on YouTube and you haven't yet, all you have to do is hit the subscribe button. It is free, just like all the things here on my channel. And if you want to like or comment or interact with the video in any way, that also helps share it more with others online. So if you feel guided, all right? But you guys enjoy this time period and take care. And I will see you guys again in December. All right? Bye.